76.1 The Vault.
Hi, this is Susie Davis.
This is Jake from Chad, a Fallout 76 podcast story.
From the Fuck Chad podcast. And you're listening to
76.1 The Vault.
And now, a word from our sponsors.
I remember one time on the farm, I rode her like an old pony, and then I fed her my Dandyboy apples. I gave her the whole box.
In the back seat of your favorite Corvega, give her your Dandyboy apples. Yes, Dandyboy apples.
I remember one time in the orchard, she pulled on my limb, and I gave her my Dandyboy apples. I gave her the whole can.
76.1 The Vault. It's time for your local news with Nigel Cunningham.
Good evening. I'm Nigel Cunningham. Again, the caravan from Huntersville, making its way to Whitespring. There are residents of the Whitespring who welcome new guests. I interviewed several people who also had other ideas about how to treat the caravan members.
I have lived and worked for 14 years, and over that time I've seen more and more militarization. We don't need more security. What we need is due process and more of a humanitarian solution.
And we love people coming here legally.
I do believe we have a crisis, but I believe that it's within our walls, not outside. I believe that mental health is really where these billions of dollars should be spent on mental health and education to help the people that are here and accept the people who are coming from struggles and hardship. I don't believe billions should be spent.
But I've been speaking with the mayor of White Springs. He says he cannot take any more refugees. White Springs states they will be building a wall with armed security. Okay, so it's more of a fence.
It's not a fence, it's a wall.
It's a wall.
Wall or fence or anything that's need to call it, because I'm not into names.
Alright, and okay, so what kind of materials will be used?
I'll tell you what it's going to be made of. It's going to be made of hardened concrete. Concrete plank, precast, boom, being done.
Okay, so you're making it out of concrete.
I said I was going to build a wall. I never said, I'm going to build a concrete. I said I'm going to build a wall.
You're making it out of steel.
You could call it a steel fence.
Just like big prison fence bars.
It's not a fence, it's a wall.
It's things that
We'll build a steel barrier.
that people know you don't want them coming in there.
A wall, or a slat fence, or whatever you want to call it.
Okay, so thank you.
76.1 The Vault.
Entertaining the West. Entertaining the West. Entertaining the West.
Ladies and gentlemen, this weekend it's...
The ladies are making this room too hot.
Dirty Dishes. That's right, it is the domestic goddess herself. Dirty Dishes will be making a special appearance this weekend and this weekend only. She'll knock you down and wipe the floor with you. Yes, boys and girls, watch out. It's Dirty Dishes, that domestic goddess entertainer. She's gonna mop the floor with you.
The ladies are making this room too hot.
She's gonna dust. She's gonna clean the front glass. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, she might even rake up a leaf. It's Dirty Dishes making that domestic appearance this weekend. I hope your room is in order. It's Dirty Dishes this weekend, dancing for your pleasure.
And now, a word from our sponsors.
Hey gang, what's that? INSTAMASH! That's right, it's INSTAMASH. In a hurry? Are you hungry? INSTAMASH! That's right, it's INSTAMASH. In a hurry? What's that, gang? INSTAMASH! That's right, it's INSTAMASH. INSTAMASH. That filling food to keep you going. Hey gang, what's that? INSTAMASH! That's right, it's INSTAMASH. In a hurry? Are you hungry? INSTAMASH! That's right, it's INSTAMASH. In a hurry? What's that, gang? INSTAMASH! That's right, it's INSTAMASH. 76.1 The Vault. The Whitespring Ballroom presents Friday, August 2nd, 8 p.m. Eastern.
Trick or treat.
The Child Abductor Costume Pageant, sponsored by Sandmark. When you think child labor, think Sandmark. The first annual Milk Carton Masquerade. That's Friday, August 2nd at 8 p.m. Eastern. Sponsored by Sandmark. When you think child labor, you think Sandmark. Come on down with your best costume on, dance around for the judges, and have a chance at winning 10,000 caps. The celebrity judge at this contest will be none other than the 76.1 DJ himself, Mitch. That's the first annual Milk Carton Masquerade.
Trick or treat.
Alright, so the skit you just heard is promoting a costume party that's going to be taking place at the Whitespring Ballroom coming up here Friday, August 2nd. Friday, August 2nd. I'm pretty sure Church of Carlin, EATT, Fallout 76 Online, PS4, any of those Facebook pages will have your information you need. And I'm going to say my thank yous now to everybody I need to shout out to this week. First, I'm going to say thank you to my wife, April, because I love you. Roses are red, violets are blue, blah, blah, blah. All right, my friends at Fuck Chad, Kenny Vigu, Morgan, Jessica, and Paul Watson. Now, see, I'll give out a guy's last name, but I'm not giving out the ladies. Just so everybody's clear on that. Retrogasm, my buddies at Retrogasm, my buddies at Stone in the Wasteland, you know, Chris Graw and James Harding and Scott Kern are all like my in-game buddies. This is awesome. We hang out, we smoke inappropriate items, and we talk about the sexual uses of toys like Slinkies. And then we go to Heather Orlowski, Patches O'Houlihan, James Jones, Michael Hawker, all my friends at EATT. I'm wondering why nobody has made the Fallout 76 SMOKE. And Valerie K, Adrian Aguilar, and Jaron Steed. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. There's a whole lot of stuff going on in the Whitespring in this episode. with walls that have to do with other political things. And I don't take a side on the politics. I used to be one of these Rush Limbaugh listening, and I listened to him ever since Terry Schiavo up until about June of 16, and the election just got so stupid. I was like, you know what? I'm not paying attention. And shortly thereafter, I withdrew from politics completely when my best choices were those two. I was just done. So I concentrate on my life now, and I'm a whole lot happier about it instead of worrying about the political bull crap. And with that being said, that was not making light of child abduction. Okay, so in the title it sounds that way. But really, you know, the whole thing with Sandmarks, that Scott Kearns thing, it's ethical child labor. It's not child exploitation. It's basically your kids are getting picked up and, you know, chained to a loom. You know, they're making textiles. Not any abusive type thing. It's supposed to be funny, okay? We're not making fun of horrible things that happen to children. But hey, if you're in the wasteland, I guarantee you horrible things are going to happen to everybody, including children. So anyway, yeah, that's a great way to end the show, Mitch. Way to go. You're the master. All right, so you guys have a great time. I hope you enjoyed the show. Thank you, and you, and you, and the one in the back over there. I didn't miss you. Thank you all for listening, and I hope you have a wonderful time until we see you again. Bye-bye.
What's that, gang? INSTAMASH! That's right, it's INSTAMASH.